Well, hey guys, how's it going? Episode 15 of Friendship Fox. I made some progress here. My buddy got done with the graphics program on making these airfoils for me, and we're just starting to cut them out and shape them and get them fine-tuned. There's a few more of them. As you can see, they're all graduated down, and they're all going to fit together pretty good. I've already fit a couple of them, and now he's putting together the two pieces down below here that go in and across. So we're going to have those done here just shortly, okay? So what we're doing, once we've got these in, we like the way they're fitting, we fine-tune them, then we remeasure them, we'll put them back in the program and change the measurements slightly on something we might have cut a little notch out a little deeper or something like that, because they all got to be the same at the back of the vertical bar here. Okay, so everything fits together right, and once I start putting this vertical piece back here and building it in place, okay? So that's how we do that, and once it's done, you know, we started talking. I thought I was just going to make templates, and I was going to put them on basically 3/4 inch wood like this, ply, okay, which I've made rib pieces out of and all that, and that's usually what you see in there, is that's a 1/4 inch plywood, fine plywood, okay, and it works just fine for, you know, these ribs or airfoils. But we started talking, and this is the guy who we're making the vertical tip and horizontal tips and all that, and 3D printing them. And like I showed you before, this is a 3D piece that he printed out for me, which basically goes up here, right? And there'll be a station underneath that, or an airfoil, and we'll get this all to fit and glue together and look right and all that, okay? But there's no reason in the world why we can't make these airfoils out of the same material. And I'll put my thumb up here so you can kind of see the thickness here. I hope you can see it. It's not real thick. It's more than 1/16 of an inch. And I got to tell you, I could stomp on this and not break it. This stuff is so tough. It's unbelievable. And it's so light. It's just like a feather, okay? We think we're going to, of course, we'll print one out, and I'll cut one out of wood just to see the difference in weight. But I think these are going to be lighter than the actual wood. I truly believe that, which is it's a plus for everybody, okay? So I think that's what we're going to end up is once we have these, we got them set in our computer, basically a CAD program, and everything is just right, then we can print them at will, and then we can 3D build them, print them at will, okay? And I think that's kind of cool. It's not wood. You don't have to think about rot and all that stuff. This is a forever piece, and it doesn't go away, okay? This particular material here is really kind of the more lightweight stuff, but it works perfectly. And you really don't care what color it is. You're going to put cloth over everything and paint it anyways, okay? But that's the stuff. Pretty neat. Now, something else I've done. Let's walk right on up. I've been packing stuff up, so sorry about the mess. Okay, I've been talking about everything I'm going to do and get this engine configured and all that. And in a prior video, I told you I was going to put heat in the cabin. And, this is not something that hasn't been done before. But there you go, right there. There's a cute little radiator that will put out more than enough heat. And all I got to do is build a mount for it. And then on top of that, I'm not going to actually use that configuration of pipe. We'll cut those and we'll weld on the proper A-end fittings. So I have real fittings and, a hose going to it. But we're going to build a fan house that goes up and over all this. The fan will sit right in this area, pointing down, of course. It'll be 12 volt, And when I need heat, all I have to do is click a switch. And that fan comes on and blows heat right onto my legs and feet and right up into the cabin. And that's pretty good. Pretty nice to have cabin heat. In any situation, because it gets cold sometimes. So that's really a simple thing to do. So we're going to 3D print that as well. And as we get that figured out and measured and all that, I'll show you how we did that and how we mounted everything. Okay, so I'm pretty excited about that. I just picked this up today. This is actually out of a Mazda Miata. This is a brand new one, a heater core. But this goes to a Mazda Miata. And it couldn't be more perfect for size. It's going to put more than enough heat out. I've owned Mazda Miatas, and they about blow you out of there when you're running them. You put them up on high, more than enough heat comes out of that little radiator. So I have no expectation there's going to be any less with this engine I've got here. Okay, and like I was telling you before, the benefits of having the heater core, of course, is warming your body, but as well as you can cool the engine down. It's extra antifreeze water mixture in there, right? And it's a little more capacity, and just an extra fan blowing through here and cooling water. It's got to be a good thing, especially if you're running a little hot or whatever. You can turn that fan on. Someone got a different theory on that? Tell me I'm a nutcase, but I don't think so. I think that's exactly what it's going to do. Okay, so there you go, and that's pretty much all I got for today. I'm waiting for my chrome moly tube to show up, my 4130, so I can start building in my truss setup, like I showed you before. What I'm doing here to strengthen this station, so I can get this landing gear starting to put it together and everything. So you know how it is. You order parts and they all start showing up, and the next thing you know, you got so much to do you can hardly keep up with it. This last week's kind of been a slow week for me on the airplane, but I have been cleaning up my shop a little bit, boxing things that I've been kicking around, getting them out of my way and all that kind of thing. And sometimes you got to do that. I think everybody understands the theory of a garage sale junkie, you know. And you just get too much stuff, or you think you got to save stuff, or whatever the case may be. So you got to box it, get rid of it, throw it away, whatever you got to do, or put it into storage. And then again, now you're going to pay for storage, right? So there you go. Okay, guys, well, that's about it for now. Enjoy your day, and we'll catch up to you on the next one. Bye-bye.